What is up and what's going on, everybody? What's up and what's going on, everybody? Hopefully, everything is fine. Hopefully, all of y'all can hear me just fine. Just hilarious. Just recently got into tit for tat with the rainbow community, to go ahead and call it that at the start of the show. Got into a little thing with that, something that I have talked about quite a bit. How everything that they're doing, where the pushes, the pushing of feminism and overall acceptance of LGBTQRS and everything like that. Okay, you want to accept it, you want to be open arm. Us as Black people, we don't want to be the ones denying or excluding because we were denied or excluded. Fine, that was the argument. Women bought that argument hook, line, and sinker. And now it has came all the way to the point to where biological born men are trying to define what's womanhood for women. And now the women are clapping back at that. But I could argue, and I will argue, that kind of asked for it. You wanted it, you accepted it. The whole left wing scheme of things, the whole liberal scheme of things go in that way. So you cool with them, you laugh with them, you joke with them, which is fine. You vote with them. Yeah, everything that y'all do is 100% in support of everything that they are and that they do. So you kind of created this under your own tent, so to speak. You kind of created this under your own tent, and now you're trying to pull back on it. Okay, you're trying to pull back on it, and it may be too little too late. But we're going to get into it. So strap on in. Let's get ready to go. Let's get it.
Peace, folks. This is X from TPOT Media. Open your mind and wake your black ass up. You know what time it is. Hit that damn like button as you make your way in the door. Grab a seat, settle in, get ready. It's the Grown Man Hour with your host, my man, Bernard Riley.
All right. What's up and what's going on, everybody? Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to the early bird squad, those that make it in bright and early before we even get things started. And I forget every show. Special thanks and acknowledgement before we get things going to Machismo TV.
Welcome to Machismo TV, the ultimate destination for modern men seeking to upgrade their lifestyle. Subscribe to Machismo TV and Saul T-Balls, We stream daily from 12 midnight to 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the best male-centric content. Highlight reels without reviewing or providing any editorial bias to the content. We have done so much, with so little for so long, we are now qualified to do anything, with nothing.
Shout out to Machismo TV. We have done so much with so little for so long. We are now qualified to do anything with nothing. The best tagline in the business and the best male-centric clips channel or highlight reel channel in the business. Sorry. When you shave right before the show and you know it gets some little hair in your mouth. It happens. But all right. Shout out to Little Rock in the building. Shout out to the Mac Trucker in the building. Says, let's get it. Salute everyone. Shout out to Jay. Says, biological women brought this on themselves. Absolutely. I do agree 100%. Ron Brown in the building says, good morning, BR and chat. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Shout out to A Truism says, all I see is 3 remixes of the same thing. Trash. I think I get what you're saying, but shout out to you. Appreciate it. Patrick St. James in the building. Sir Jack Mehoff in the building. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. He says, I'm here for the fuckery. Nothing but the pure, uncut fuckery. Man, gone. Shout out to Mike and Vince Perkins. He says, black women are gone. Black women. He says, I think Jess is 5-6 years behind on saying this. Black women should have been taking this approach. It is a very, very funny word. Doodle bye. Implying that Sassy Trucker has been doo-dooed on. Doodle bye. She's out of jail. That's interesting. She just can't leave. A lot of people was getting that story wrong, but now, you know, more facts are coming out, so we got that part right now. But we'll get into that as well. He says, Doodle Bye ain't taking no shit from black women. Carlee telling the truth, hardly or even partly. Let's get it. Absolutely. Yeah, we're gonna dig into this. Shout out to again JC the Conqueror. I believe I just became a Patreon. Shout out to you. Shout out to Deadly Bean. Shout out to No Country for Old Simps. He says they were cheerleading this whole thing. Is what it is. Yeah. Patrick St. James say they were complicit. Absolutely. I read one more before we get it going. Shout out to Cole Steele. Shout out to Paul Games. See y'all down there. Shout out to the 313 Dash. What does that say? Monster Cameron. As Bernard Riley, what happened to the Saturday stream? It was very interesting and went down before I could finish. It is on Patreon and members. Just become a patron or a channel member. Fairly cheap for the, these are, I think like $2 a month for the lowest entry to be a member. So it's fairly cheap. Because some streams I take down, a lot of times if something really controversial happened on the stream or something that just might get my channel struck down, I take it down or put it on Patreon, or some stuff I just arbitrarily decide to just take down and put it on Patreon or member. So yes, you could definitely go there and check that out and get that stream. You could definitely go there, check it out and get that stream over there. But all right, let's go ahead and get into this. A lot of y'all know the story. Let me give me a sip before we get going. A lot of y'all know the story, how it started. Some trans chick, dude. I be legitimately mixing that up. It just is what it is, but a trans person, a transhuman made a statement. That statement went something like this. Like the head go. Let me pull that up. The statement went something like this.
You experience both, and both are different. You don't own womanhood. You experience both, and both are different for.
It started out kind of in the middle of it. I think she's saying, hold on.
You don't own womanhood.
Yeah, she's saying you don't own womanhood. It kind of was cut off a little bit, but let's go.
don't own womanhood. You experience both, and both are different for every person. But as a cis woman, it doesn't belong to you, so you can't gatekeep it. Like, hello.
I'm no, that's not Cynthia G. Stop. I'm bothered by even the term cis. Like in some conversations, like you're not allowed to say you're a man. You're not allowed to say you're a woman. You must put a cis in front of it. The term cis het exists. A cisgendered heterosexual man, like they actually use the term cis het. They created terms and they got shortcuts for it. I heard the term femme people when I was out. That's a new one. I heard that one in real time. I was at a little small, local, concert performance thing. Something it was happening, at the the local art museum. It's like a big garden outside in a little area where people come and they could, I don't know, do poetry, perform or whatever. But it was some a real eclectic looking, Martian and Brochure India RE chicks out there performing, playing instruments, singing. They was jamming. And we was out there. We was listening, enjoying the concert, having a drink, and the chick was speaking in between every song, and she used the term "femme people." And I realized that the femme people was because you don't want to exclude. If you would have said, the things that us women go through, the emotions that us women go through, she felt like she would have been excluding some people by saying the emotions that us women go through. So she said femme people because she wanted to include the men. She wanted to include the men who What the hell? Wait till BR learns about bonus holes. What are you talking about? What is he? Am I missing something? Got to stop the show. What is bonus holes? I'll wait. Somebody explain what is bonus holes. I'm waiting. No, he didn't say holes. He said holes. 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 I'm waiting. We're talking about trans women, trans people, and you said bonus holes. Al Boogie said that man coochie, vagina are now called bonus holes. Okay, so Sir Jack me off saying a woman with an extra hole. So you saying that's what they're calling it? Are you saying that's what on that side? That you saying that's what trans people call a woman an actual biological woman with a vagina? The vagina is just a bonus hole because the butthole is what you really want, but it's just a little bonus hole over there. That is that what that is? Did I get it right? That's what the bonus hole is. Holy shit! Like they're saying. They're saying the booty hole is the normal standard. That's the that's the standard hole. The pussy, the one that was. That's the extra shit. If you're into that kind of thing, sticking your dick in a pussy. Everybody got fetishes. It's like. They talking about a actual vagina as if it's some fetish off to the side. It's just bonus if you're into that. It's like no, that's not how it works. Oh man, I had to stop the show on that one. I saw bonus hole. Hell no. Oh man. You can cut the stem off an apple, but it's still an apple and not a peach. Two genders. I agree. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Thank you. Man, thank you for putting 5 on it. Also, shout out to Salty Balls. He sent me I believe a $50 cash app the last time I was on the air. So yeah, I do want to go ahead and acknowledge that one for today. We're gonna count that down. I don't know if he sent getting off the. I don't know if he sent it right when I was getting off the air or while I was on the air. No, I just think he sent it in the middle of the day. I don't know when he sent it, but either way, he sent it, so it counts for today. So shout out to Salty Balls for the $50 cash app. Do appreciate that. All right, let's get back into let's get back into this. They started off. Y'all started me off wrong here, man. Y'all got me off wrong. They called it a bonus hole. You're messing with lady boys. It's only one hole. The main hole, the butt hole. But if you mess with a real woman, that's just bonus. You can't make this up. You cannot make this up. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Don't own womanhood. You experience both, and both are different for every person. But as a cis woman, it doesn't belong to you. So you can't gatekeep it. Like, hello? This is what I mean when the transphobia just comes out.
So that's what was said there. That's what was said there. Let's get to what Jess Hilarious said in response. Oh man. Oh man, oh man.
A trans woman says womanhood and periods doesn't belong to biological women.
Who the fuck is gonna stand up for us? Who the fuck stands up for us? And us, I mean women, real women, biological women, women who were born with all the parts that you guys wish that you were. When does the delusion stop? What is the difference between you and someone who has been diagnosed to be mentally insane? What's the only difference is you don't have a straitjacket on. Stop talking out your fucking ass. Wake up. How are you projecting your anger on real women? Because we are the gatekeepers. We are the gatekeepers for periods. We the only one that fucking bleed, honey. We the only ones that can give birth. We make y'all people. We make y'all. Y'all come from us. You can't be us. You will never. You're chasing something you'll never, ever get. You'll never be that.
Now, as much as, you hear her say that, and you might want to say, yeah, Jess Hilarious, you tell her that, way to step up and speak as a real woman. Let's not forget that Jess Hilarious is the same chick who I recently did content on that. How she used to talk about how, oh no, I used to fuck dudes up. I used to be beating their ass. All the dudes I was in a relationship with, I used to be beating their ass. And to one dude wouldn't let me do it. He knocked the shit out of me, and then I stopped. So, you're talking about owning womanhood, but I could argue that the way she think, the way she talk, the way she operate, I could make the case and build a whole show on how you ain't no goddamn woman either. I could go there with it, and we probably will. We probably will. You're speaking up for the biological imperatives and biological functions and equipment that you were born with. Okay, great. But I can make a clear case that I can make a clear case that you're presenting as a woman as well when you adorn yourself in all your, your makeup and your you get dressed up and get your push-up bra, your titties on, and got your ass cheeks out. I don't know. I think somebody said she got a BBL, so she's had some surgery. I don't know if that's true, but if she's had some surgical enhancements, it's almost like, you know, she's playing the same game as them, but with the behavior. Any woman that's just willfully saying, I'm gonna beat a dude ass if he let me. Like you probably more masculine than a lot of them the trans people over there. So, you know, so this isn't a womanhood. They're stepping up for women. No. She's just finding somebody else to talk shit about. However, the merits of what she's saying is correct. Because it's one thing to be said about acceptance. You know, somebody is that's what they feel that they personally are. And that's what, you know, that's why I tell people in my personal life how I would like to be addressed, and you know, that's fine. But they're going on a whole social re-engineering, inceptioning campaign to try to convince people that something is wrong with them, that they're homophobic, they're transphobic if they don't view that trans woman, which is a biological male presenting as a woman, if they don't view him as a woman or no different than a woman, then now something is wrong with you. It's like the overreach is just through the roof, and it's going crazy. It's going crazy. So yes, it's good. Now y'all distracted me again. Hold on. He says, BR, I seen a clip of her saying a dude offered her 100K, but he thought she was a transformer. I need that clip. That's going to come up in the discussion, but I don't have that clip. I need that clip. You know, I heard it before that the lady boy prostitutes make a lot more than the regular woman prostitutes. And it raises an eyebrow, but like, well, she got offered 100K because somebody thought she was a dude. It's almost like I don't even want to. Somebody gonna clip me if I start breaking down the economic supply. I did it before on the show, so I probably already got clipped on that. But you can break down the economic supply and demand of ladyboy booty on the market, where somebody who's into that is like rare. Something is rare on the market, you could charge more. So it's like the Transformers are understanding the economics of it, and they charge it through the roof for that pussy. Man, we live in this world. We live in this world. Yo, damn, trans tricking. They out there trans tricking. This is the world we live in. This is the world we live in. Breakfast Club job gone. Oh, wow. Yeah, you got a good point there. You got a good point. Hopefully the Breakfast Club don't run from it and like cancel her. Hopefully they say that, okay, she's saying something. I know Charlemagne is not with what she's saying, but it would be cool though if he just look at it from the perspective of, hey, I'm going to accept somebody with a different view and we're going to have the conversation on the show. I hope he takes that. I hope he takes that approach, because that'll actually make Breakfast Club a better show. That will actually make the Breakfast Club a better show. All right. Hold on. No, the part about her being called a tranny, I think I got that right now. Okay. All right, we're gonna play that real quick. Shout out to KP from KC5. Thank you for putting 5 on it. Shout out to you for putting 5 on it. Hold up. Thank you. Shout out to Sir Jack Mehoff. I hate y'all names. Sir Jack Mehoff, KBE, says, not trying to be funny, but if I didn't already know the topic, it would be hard to tell between the two of them which one was trans and which one wasn't. Man, get out of there. Okay, look, okay, keeping it real, for some reason right now, just looking at that, if I never saw her, I would say, yeah, she could pass for trans, but overall, she's not an unattractive woman, but just right now, we just catching her at a bad angle or something. I don't. Yeah, we went. Yeah. We about to just play the clip. Thank you for putting 5 on it.
These last $2.
Thank you for putting 5 on it. Yeah, see, and even though she acts very masculine in how she act, I don't know how her body look now. I hear she got a BBL. I don't know what's going on with her body. But overall, she was slim, fit, and in shape. I mean, so that's why, and not that I'm just being nice just to be nice. One thing that I don't do, like if a chick like work out and she in shape and she's doing the best she can to present herself the best she could possibly can, but her face is her face and you can't do nothing about it. I try not to criticize that. The criticism should come from if somebody is really lacking in an area where they could do something about it. That's where the criticism come with Lizzo. But if somebody's face is just set up the way their face is, then yeah, I tend not to criticize it. Unless you saying some wild shit, which she does say some wild shit, and then that's where the jokes come in. But she ain't really saying nothing wild today. So for that reason, I'm not about to say she looked trans. I'm gonna say she act more masculine than the trans that you talk about. Because like what you said, when she was in relationships with men, she used to be fighting men and beating their ass until she met a dude that finally hit her back because the dudes wasn't hitting back because they operating under the creed of a man should never hit a woman. And then one finally knocked the shit out of her. Lee Hub says she is cute, thick, and funny, a good look. Yeah, and I've seen her in a lot of pictures and images where she certainly did look cute. But yeah, sometimes under some lights, yeah, I can see how she can get mistaken. I could definitely see how she can get mistaken. It is what it is.
These last $2. I'm not gonna lose.
But all right, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Thank you for that $2 super chat. Appreciate that. We about to drop the clip of where she is looking, where she got accused of being trans.
What's not about to happen is
shit. That ain't it. That's not it. All right. So I thought I had the clip of when she got accused of being trans. Do I got somebody send me that? Okay, Steve Gully just sent it to my email. Thank you. And of course, it's not there. Okay, here it is. All right, so we're gonna put that there. All right, do a quick upload. This is gonna take all of 10 seconds. All of 10 seconds to get this ready to go. All of 10 seconds to get this ready to go. While you wait for that to pop on up, hit that like button. Hit that like button. All right, here we go.
As a celebrity.
Blue check in the DM.
Yup.
All right, that's her. Yeah, that looked kind of BBL-ish. Well, no, that looked like just a normal nice butt, but that looked bigger than what she originally had. That looked like a normal nice ass, but bigger than what she originally had. Just looking at that down there. But all right. But anyway.
It's a cliffhanger. So this guy's a celebrity. Blue check in the DM. Yup. This DM'd me and wanted to fly me out so I could. Yes, but not with a dildo. I was a man.
The blue chick wanted the blue light special. Said the celebrity wanted to fly her out just to ransack his Outback Steakhouse. 500,000. Get me wrong.
It's a cliffhanger. So this guy's a celebrity. Blue check in the DM. Yup. This DM'd me and wanted to fly me out so I could. Yes, but not with a dildo. I was a man.
The blue chick wanted the blue light.
She didn't say how much money. Where did the money come from? Anybody got a better video of it? I really wanted a better video of that without the beeps and all that stuff because I didn't even hear where they said the money and to do what. Thank you, C Gully, for sending that, but that was not a good clip. That was not a good clip. Holding my nut said, I bet it was Charlemagne. Yeah, that clip was annoying. And I don't even hear where no money was offered.
It's a cliffhanger. So this guy's a celebrity. Blue check in the DM. Yup. This DM'd me and wanted to fly me out so I could. Yes, but not with a dildo. I was a man.
The blue chick wanted the blue light special.
All right, whatever. Yeah, that was a letdown. that was a letdown. But thank you for sending that. Thank you for Johnny on the spot in that one. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate when people go find me stuff on the fly when it come up. No, I was trying to hear what I was missing. I was trying to decipher through what was being told. But long story short, she said that a dude, thought she was trans and offered her to, come and do some shit with him. He wanted her to come put her junk. Yeah. He wanted her dick. He thought she had one. All right. Done deal. All right. Yeah, my bad. My bad. But all right. Let's move on. I'm trying to climb out of this. What the hell do I got right here? Wait. Wait a minute. StreamYard changed something, so forgive me. Okay, StreamYard changed something. All right. All right, here we go. All right, my bad, y'all. Here we go.
Things got heated this weekend between Jess Hilarious and T.S. Madison after Jess reacted to a video of a trans woman saying womanhood and periods don't belong to biological women. In her own video, Jess was simply asked, who stands up for biological women? When T.S. Madison caught wind of the state.
This is the chick, the dude, the person right there. All right. Look like Lizzo.
Statement Jess made, she would subliminally respond, which caused a back and forth.
Now, this person responded by saying, there are so many real women. Let me make that bigger. There are so many real women. This is T.S. Madison. This is like a famous trans person with a blue check. There's that. All right. I don't know that much about the person, but a trans person with a blue check responded. They got to pick up sword and shield and be ready for war when somebody call out their peeps. But anyway, it says, there are so many real women that get mistaken for being transgender. Women And that's where a lot of the anger comes from. Now, the argument is like what the trans person here is trying to say is that Jess Hilarious has anger towards the trans community because she's mad that she gets mistaken as that. You know, far as debate tactics go, that's a deflection out of this world because Jess Hilarious was just responding to somebody who's in that trans community that said some absolute 100% nonsense. So it's a spin move. It's like they won't respond or address the people that's running their mouth saying wild shit because they agree with the wild shit. They just don't want nobody to say nothing about it. That sort of goes back to what I think that was Gilbert Arenas says, that they got all these rules that everybody got to abide by. You're not supposed to, you break one of the rules. They don't tell you the playbook, but you break one of the rules and then they try to cancel you. They don't want you saying anything. But it goes on to say that that's where the hate and anger came from. He says, I do hope they take a good look at how transphobia affects all women. Basically saying that you being accused and viewed like that means you that's like saying you're in the boat with us. We're all women and we're all getting accused of being trans because we're pulling off trans, so we're pulling off the presentation of a woman so good. We're pulling off the presentation of woman so good that is now affecting all women. So you gotta embrace. You gotta embrace. Like, that's the chronology of the events there. Let me roll a little bit more of this.
Now, Jess would then reply to T.S. Madison on her own IG story that led to T.S. Madison posting an old video where Jess revealed she was once mistaken as a transgender woman by a male celebrity. Today we have our company hype analyst.
When I
the story that led to T.S. Madison posting an old video.
When I say send me a video of something, if you could find like this version of it, like the original version of it, and not like a 5-second clip with all the beeps and then somebody who I don't even know's commentary on it. Like find me the good version of the shit when I ask you for shit. But all right, anyway.
Video where Jess revealed she was once mistaken as a transgender woman by a male celebrity. Today we have our company hype analyst Capone in studio, Pierre calling in along with very special guest Samson McCormick and of course Marcus Board calling in to give their thoughts and reactions. But first, let's take a look at the clip that got this all started.
What I mean when the transphobia just comes out, the audacity, the arrogance for cis women to believe that they own periods.
I do hope that they take a good look at how transphobia affects.
No capital, so please let us know what is going on with this.
All right, I'm gonna play a little bit of this because this dude about to say something wild.
Yeah, thanks for having me. So we got a quote from T.S. Madison on her Twitter, trans woman, activist, celebrity, somebody who's out here in the field. T.S. Madison says, there are so many quote unquote real women that get mistaken for being transgender women, and that's where a lot of the anger comes from. I do hope that they take a good look at how transphobia affects all women. And so I think what TS is trying to tell us is that there's a conversation here about what qualifies as real womanhood, and that has a long history in white supremacy and patriarchy and a whole bunch of stuff we're gonna get into today. So excited to have this conversation.
Like, I try hard to not, I mean, like, I've had to recently like check myself on to make sure that I'm not just at first sign of black people talking, I'm just immediately disagreeing. As soon as I hear them talk, disagree. But the amount of nonsense when you go to black owned, black ran, black operated, very professionally done publications and productions, the stuff that is coming out of black folks' mouth nowadays is insane. He said the idea and concept of what a real woman is a conversation rooted in white supremacy. it's like they've left the room, they've left the building, they just left Earth, as far as I'm concerned. It's like that, like, come on, like I tried, like I be trying, I be legit trying to not just to it's like how does that happen? How do we get to that point to where white supremacy has to get smuggled into a conversation about what a woman is? And it shouldn't be a conversation about what a woman is. Everybody knows what a woman is. It's the shit is wild. Shout out to Lee Hubbard, that super that said she is cute. She is cute, thick, and funny. A good look. Talking about Jess hilarious. Shout out to Groove Master, says, when it comes to BBLs, did trans walk so real women can No, you actually would be the other way around. Like the real women, I think, got the BBLs first, but now it's trans, it's trans dudes out there getting BBLs. I mean trans, well, they call it trans women. They're getting BBLs. I did a story on that. Actually, it was one of my shorts that went viral, talking about a biological male with a BBL from ATL. It rhymed by accident, but yeah, no, that's a real legitimate thing. That's a real legitimate thing that's going on. Now, fortunately, those you know, getting the fake titties and BBL, fortunately that costs a lot of money. So they all ain't walking around with it. You know, fake titties, a BBL, and a snip surgery to get your junk cut off. All of that costs a lot of money. I'm probably, everything I just named is probably $100,000. So to do the full trifecta, that's $100,000. Everybody ain't got that. Fortunately. Because, you know, yeah, I said it once. I said it again, that the number of, you know, when they talk about trans homicide rate and trans people being attacked and being assaulted and being this and being that, I said it once, I said it again, I said it once, I say it again. It's I don't got no numbers on this, I can't prove it, but this is just my hunch. That a lot of that comes from, because with black women, the murder rate amongst trans women is high. All right, is higher than other trans people. My theory is somebody found out the hard way, pun intended, that this chick had a dick, and yeah, and he saw the end of his life afterwards. That is just my theory. All right. That is just my theory about that. I don't believe people just saying, oh, there's a trans person just going and attacking. No, dudes are finding out the hard way that they would somebody that got the same equipment as them. And then people are coming up dead. Like I honestly believe that's what's happening. But shout out to you, Groove Master. Do appreciate that. Do appreciate you supporting the stream. Sir Tice in the building. Shout out to Sir Tice. Says, we got to the point by many accepting sloganeering and applying white supremacy to everything they disagree with. Jamil Hill endorses the very moist bruh. What is that? Very, very moist bruh. What is that? I don't even know what that is. Peace. But yeah, the sloganeering has gone crazy. The sloganeering is going crazy to the point to where we can't even have a serious discussion about racism and things that are not, you know, right in the system that probably could use some correcting. No, we don't live in a perfect system. things aren't perfect. So there's always going to be tweaks and adjustments to it, and things that this group need to fight for, and the things that group need to fight for. There's legitimate discussions there. But when you try to say that the simple act of having a discussion about what a woman is rooted in white supremacy, he literally said that. At that point, you leave the room. Everything is white supremacy. Now, nothing is white supremacy, and you can't even properly, adequately deal with some flaw you see in the system that need to be corrected on behalf of Black people. You can't even honestly deal with it, address it, and have a serious discussion about it. It's like, all right. So, all right, here we go. All right, let's get back into it. I might roll a little bit more. It's a few more things I want to get into, but let me roll a little bit more of this. I think this channel be striking shit down, so I'm gonna get in, get out of this shit.
Yeah, Pierre, let me bring you in, and I hope it's okay to share. I know T.S. Madison has been on your show, and you're a friend of T.S. Madison, so I'd like to get your thoughts. And then I'll ask a second question first, but what's your reaction to this? And then I got a second question for you.
I think it's T in here. Damn. All right, first of all, I'm friends with both. T.S. Madison, I'm a fan of hers, I'm a friend of hers. Like I said, me and her talk on the phone. I can even call her. It doesn't bother me per se, but she knows how I feel. Whatever God made you, I'm gonna rock with that. If it made you on your birth certificate, made you a man or a woman, that's what you are. What you change into or want to be, that's another thing. But what you are is, anatomically is what you are to me, as far as that's concerned. But what you want to be called, no different than I know brothers say, call me king. Nigga, you don't own no land, no country, and nothing like that. You weren't royally built into being a king. That's the definition of a king. But I'll call you a king if that's what you want to be called. That doesn't bother me what to call you. But now when I'm identifying you as something different, what I call you is one thing. I
think a lot of people take his position, and a case could be made. I think me and Hood have talked about that. Is like when you take a open-minded position, like what your stance is. He says, no, you're a woman. You was born a woman, you're a woman. You was born a man, you a man. But I ain't about to trip. Hey, if that's what you want to, if that's what you want to do, that's that's you. Acceptance and tolerance. It's like that whole that view of acceptance and tolerance that I think a lot of people have for good reasons is then what later slippery slope opens up the door for all the nonsense. So it's like I used to be more or less in his camp where, I was like, no, this is goofy, but hey, if that's what y'all doing, that's what y'all doing, whatever. It wasn't nothing that I felt needed to be addressed, but it's like if people don't address it, then it get out of control. then it get crazy. Then we got transgender drag queen story time at the preschool. Then it just gets stupid if it don't get addressed. So even if you want to take the the route of, hey, live and let live. This is America. We all free. When you try to do that, it backfires. It backfires. So then it turns into a situation where it's like, no, those who got power suppress and silence. I know some people would say Republicans don't do that or don't impose or whatever, but we can remember just 10, 15 years ago. What was going on? Shit, damn it, I just forgot real fast. I know they put it like this. If they could, they would put prayer back in school. Fuck everybody religions or whatever. We gonna put our God back in school. They was it was a number of things. I was just having this conversation with somebody. It was a number of things a few years ago that Republicans was doing, where the liberals was basically saying that, hey, y'all are restricting freedom. Y'all are doing this, y'all are doing that, but they kind of had the power. You see what DeSantis is doing right now. He's imposing. That's what it looks like. Remember when we had to talk about that dude with the evil blue cardigan, the evil blue sweater dude, where he was trying to slip the critical race theory and some gay shit into the curriculum at school, and now you got DeSantis trying to change stuff in the curriculum at school. It's almost like whoever is in a position of power is going to do something to impose. Whoever's in a position of power is going to do something to impose. That's more or less what it is. That's more or less how it works. But let me roll a little more of this. I'm trying to pull something else up.
I understand. Like, I don't understand, but probably don't understand why women who don't have a period want to act like they have a period. I know women who have periods wish they didn't have periods. Shit, they had enough of that shit. They're like, I don't want that thing every month. So for a woman who doesn't really born with one, want to have one, I don't get that part. Fighting for to have a period, that's ridiculous to me. But I get the disconnect between both sides, men and women. I mean, transgender and regular women. Women, who are regular women, they've gone through so much. They don't want their whole identity to be hijacked by something else and saying, "Well, you're one of us now." It's no different than a white man trying to be a black man, saying he's black. So, at the end of the day, you're not. You're a white man. You're not black. It is what it is. You can act like a black man and think you're a black man, but you're not a black man, even if you're white.
All right. Now I wanted to play some of that because you said the evil blue sweater guy is still out there. Now, here's the deal though. Here's the deal though. On this show, this black show, black production, blackity black, we black y'all. They did have the conversation. Like, that one dude came out saying some wild shit, but they did have the conversation, I think, kind of in the middle, where people took a position like him, like, no, if you're born a man, you're a man. You're born a woman, you're a woman. They had the conversation kind of right there in the middle, where So I do give them partial credit for that. No, I give them full credit for that. Because it's easy for them to just go whole hog in the other direction. You're going to see like people like Roland Martin, Breakfast Club. You know what they do. They toe a party line like they're bought and sold. They normally toe a party line like they bought and sold, but they try to argue it from a fairly, somewhere near the middle perspective. They at least try. But speaking of the trans stuff going on, and I wasn't going to cover this because this ain't really my fight. This isn't my personal fight. I don't have daughters, and I don't give a damn what they do with a fucking a Barbie movie. But I just will point one thing out. I don't got an image of the trans person in the Barbie movie, but out of all the Barbies that was in the Barbie movie, it was a trans Barbie in the Barbie movie. Now, that ain't even the part that I want to talk about. It was the first thing that I noticed when I saw it, is that I knew this shit was woke when they found like a damn near 34-year-old woman to play Barbie. It's like they're doing weird shit. Yeah, there is a trans Barbie. It is a trans, one of the Barbie characters, one of the women in the Barbie world is a dude. So it's all over the damn place. This is what jumped out to me. Now, one, they was going so woke with this shit. The original person that was supposed to play Barbie was fucking Amy Schumer. Now, again, they can do whatever they want to do with the Barbie movie. That ain't my shit. I'm not going to go see it. I don't give a damn. But they was going that woke to where they had Amy Schumer, overweight, repulsive, and all her, y'all heard her comedy. They was going to have her play Barbie, but then she left. She quit because she said the movie wasn't feminist enough. Somebody said Bobby, not Barbie, Bobby. They was going to have Amy Schumer play Barbie. Now, they ended up recasting, but what they did was still ridiculous. Like, this is a chick that was in Wolf of Wall Street. Wolf of Wall Street was like damn near 13 years ago. Like, this chick was 21 a while ago. When you think about who and what Barbie is, she's supposed to be like the perfect, beautiful blonde, no wrinkles, no blemishes, no nothing. No, it's like they found a middle, like how the hell Barbie got like, like crow's feet. Like when she smiles, you see wrinkles and shit. Like they not that. Like what the fuck? Like Barbie's supposed to be a young, hot 20-year-old baddie with some big breasts and an unrealistically snatched waist. They went and found a middle-aged chick to do it, and then they got Ryan Gosling playing Ken. And I'm like, what the like? I don't care because this is they shit. This, you know, do y'all thing. But I'm like the Notebook was a long time ago. Like his day of being like the dude is like long. Like he's like 45. It's like, so when you look at them, and I'm not gonna play none of it because I ain't trying to get it taken down. But when you look at them, it's like they look like a middle-aged couple cosplaying or dressing up as Barbie and Ken for Halloween, but don't nobody know that they Barbie and Ken until they tell them. Then it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I see it. Not really, but yeah, it's like, but they going that woke to where they found like some old ass. Not that they that damn old. I mean, hell, fuck, I'm 41. I feel young, but I'm just saying, it's like, no, it's like just the casting of it is just wokeness. Like this chick back when she was doing Wolf of Wall Street, that's when she legitimately, was Barbie. That's when she legitimately could have and should have been playing Barbie. But the cast her in that shit now is just weird. It's just weird. But long story short, they said the movie was absolute 100% just feminist all the way, which is expected. And I mean, by all means, they're 100%, entitled to do it however they want to do it. I don't give too much of a shit, but I'm just saying, like, that was just weird when I saw it, and I was like, why is this chick playing Barbie? It's like they shooting it in the foot, and they got trans Barbies in it, and they just weird shit, man. And that's all. I ain't gonna spend too much time on that because that ain't my thing. All right. Moving on to another topic before I open this thing up. A lot of y'all know that Carlee Russell had to come out and confess what we already knew, that her ass was lying.
Talked to and received a statement from Mr. Emery Anthony, attorney for Carlee Russell. Mr. Anthony has scheduled a meeting for Carlee to meet with investigators early this afternoon, but then I received an email stating that a statement was being provided by him on her behalf. Mr. Anthony asked that I read the statement entirely, which I will do now.
That's my simple point, Mahogany. Barbie was like the standard. That was supposed to be the prototypical, perfect, beautiful, reflection of what, every girl wanted to be. And they was about to cast Amy Schumer in the role. It's like, goddamn. And then when they did cast, they cast a chick that ain't ugly. I mean, that chick that played in Wolf of Wall Street, she gonna be fine forever. She one of them chicks that's gonna be, we gonna pull up a picture of her, at damn near 50, and she's still gonna be, cute. But hey, get out of there with that one, man. All right, don't throw me off. I saw Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer wasn't weak. It was tedious. I fell asleep on part of it, but it was a good movie. I've got to watch it again when it's streamable. Oppenheimer, it was just tedious. That's the most I'll say about it. I watched a movie called They Cloned Tyrone on Netflix. I may do a whole show on that. I may do a whole show on that one. But all right, let me get back into it.
My client has given me permission to make the following statement on her behalf. There was no kidnapping on Thursday, July 13th, 2023. My client did not see a baby on the side of the road. My client did not leave the Hoover area when she was identified as a missing person. My client did not have any help in this incident, but this was a single act done by herself. My client was not with anyone or any hotel with anyone from the time she was missing. My client apologizes for her actions to this community.
Okay, she apologized. Everything is okay.
The volunteers who were searching for her, to the Hoover Police Department and other agencies as well, as to her friends and family. We ask for your prayers for Carlee as she addresses her issues and attempts to move forward, understanding that she made a mistake in this matter. Carlee, again, ask for your forgiveness and prayers.
All right. There's a longer clip of this where he did allude to charges. You know, he did allude to some charges being brought on her. So it ain't over. We will get an announcement that she will be charged with something. We will get an announcement that she will be charged with something, man. Okay. SKC says Denny actually watched it, talking about that movie They Cloned Tyrone. I was wondering if SKC saw that. I really was. He said he watched it with my brothers and sisters. I was entertained, but they said I laughed at the wrong parts. I know exactly what you mean, but on that laughing at the wrong parts. Because it was the prototypical movie of basically depicting everything wrong with black people and everything wrong in the black community is 100%, like the when it comes to the evil white overlords manipulating and controlling black people, it was that movie knocked it out the park with that shit. And they did. It was oh my goodness, that movie hits as if they like went into the mind of Dr. Umar Johnson and just like they inceptioned Dr. Umar Johnson and what they saw in his mind when they was walking around in his thoughts, his dreams and his nightmares, and they just took it and they just created a movie. It's like because like remember Dr. Umar said to this Carlee Russell thing, good segue. He's literally said you got to be careful. You know, they are using babies to kidnap black people. I said they are using babies to kidnap black people. He literally said that. So basically, you see a baby walking around, don't get out the car because some white person gonna come grab you. Like that was the argument. That was what was put out there. Don't get out the car. Some white person gonna come grab you up and take you somewhere. That was I don't even want to get into the They Cloned Tyrone, but I am going to do a review of that. I'm going to do a review of that. Yeah. But, all right. But yeah, Carlee Russell, as we all suspected, you know, got to come forth, got to come clean. She probably will be charged with something. We'll see. It's you know, the investigator, you know, prosecutor. I mean, I don't know his title. Chief of police. I don't know what his title is. You know, he's being very nice, sober, and judicious about it. But I think he knows some charges got to get brought on her. Like the amount of manpower and resources and everything they did, you know, it's like, nah, that's you wasted that much time, resources, money of the goddamn police department looking for a baby as well. It's like, no, how a whole damn baby missing, ain't nobody else reported. Okay, anyway, all right, moving right along. About to open this up soon. Give me a second. One more thing. Well, a couple more things. Well, no, it's a couple more things on this to get into. The boyfriend is distancing himself. That's worth pointing out. The boyfriend is distancing himself. He says Carlee's actions created hurt, confusion, and dishonesty. I was made aware of the false narrative after coming to the defense of my ex-girlfriend, Carlee Russell. She your ex now? No, bruh. No, bruh. You got to stand in that one. Let me pull that up for you. Those were his comments. Those were his comments. He's trying to dodge that shit. Carlee's actions created hurt, confusion, and dishonesty. I was made aware of the false narrative after coming to the defense of my ex-girlfriend. This is the first time he referred to her as ex-girlfriend. It's like from like in 36 hours, she went from his girlfriend that he was supportive of to ex-girlfriend real fast. Oh my goodness, that is some funny stuff. That is some funny stuff. And all this chick in the chat room in the comment section is saying, "Can you stop using that picture of her? Yeah, she on some fuck shit, but don't use the worst picture of her possible. She on some bullshit. She going to jail, but could you use the cute picture?" Somebody saying, "Leave this girl alone. Damn, trust me. I get why everyone's pissed, but let this shit go already. We have other kids to look for." All this energy to her and her lie doesn't solve anything. The deflections are through the roof. Stop posting about this. Post about something more important, like that young indigenous girl that was sold to a Marine or the kids. Okay, so yeah, now why y'all keep using that? Why I keep using that bonnet of salvation picture? They is worried about all the wrongs. These are all women. Now you have to make it about you. Okay, I don't know what she's talking about right there. Okay, so one person noticed. He called her ex. He called her ex last week when she was missing. It was girlfriend. Yeah. He called her ex, but last week when she was missing, it was a girlfriend. Yes, only one person saw it. Only one person saw it. Only one person caught that in the chat room. That is some funny shit. Carlee Russell's ex-boyfriend speaks out. That is some funny shit. But they worried about that damn picture. They worried they got to she looking like how Derek Jackson's wife was. What the hell? Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. And of course, the other thing in the title, the chick in the sassy trucker chick. The sassy trucker chick in Dubai. There's more details to that story. I think a lot of y'all know that she wasn't exactly locked up. She had to be arrested. She was released. And now she just can't leave until, the whole trial or situation investigation until it's all over. That's when she can leave. Says Dubai police have denied that an American woman questioned after a disagreement over a rental fee was arrested for yelling at car hire staff, at the car hire staff. That's what they call it. So they're saying she wasn't just yelling. They saying it was more than that. They saying it was they saying that it was more of what we knew it was. More of what we knew it was. It wasn't just raising the voice. It got you know, it got verbal. It got to the point of verbal assault and all kind of, you know, verbal violence, as they call it. You know, it got to that point. It got more contentious than she just raised her voice. Reports in the U.S. claim that Tierra Allen, that's the Sassy trucker, who has more than 800,000 followers on TikTok, was detained after screaming at staff at a car rental company. Dubai police, in a statement issued to the National, said the American woman was detained after she was accused of defaming an employee. That's what they calling it. The Dubai Police General Command firmly denies allegations made in some stories circulating in the media that an American woman was arrested merely for yelling in public. A Dubai police representative said the reports present a completely distorted picture. It presents a completely distorted picture of the case. So that's more or less what they're saying with the clapback with that. But no, homegirl ain't locked up. She is free. She is free and doing her thing. She's trapped in Dubai. She is stuck in Dubai. That much is true. She can't get out of there, and if she's staying in hotels in Dubai, you know, it's draining all her little money. So that's probably the biggest thing she's facing right now. And the biggest thing she's facing right now is a long ass vacation. That's about it. But we're gonna see what happened once they actually convict her of some shit. Eventually, they will actually convict her of some shit, and we'll see how much time she get. But they said that the actual penalty for everything that she did, the actual penalty for that, it's somewhere in the area of, what did they say, a $5,500 fine or up to 2 years in prison. I'm assuming she got, you know, truckers make decent money, so I'm assuming she got the $5,500. But if she got to stay held up in Dubai, sleep, you know, ain't no cheap hotels in Dubai. So if she just up in there and can't leave, and she, you know, her resources getting drained. But if she got $5,000, she probably can avoid jail time. If she got the $5,500. And, you know, Negro's gonna go fund me that. So I don't think the Sassy trucker gonna do time. I don't. I think she's gonna avoid it. Negro's either gonna go fund me it, or she got the money and she's gonna pay it, or Negro's just gonna go fund me. But we don't know if they waive that $5,000, like, no, we don't want your money, you doing time, then she'll do time. But shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to Kenneth Williams. Do appreciate the $5 super sticker. The link is in the chat. Anybody want to come up? You come up, talk about the Sassy trucker thing, and you know, her situation in Dubai. The Just Hilarious thing, which was the main topic, that was the one that was a little more interesting to me, because I've done content on that type of deal before, or the Carlee Russell thing. Whatever floats your boat. Whatever floats. The Uncle Tom says, sent clip of Just Hilarious trans to your Instagram. Thank you for that. Yeah, I'll probably roll that while we wait.
These last $2, I'm not gonna lose.
Thank you for that. And Sir Jack Mehoff KBE says, I predicted she'll plead out and get probation. Possibly. That's possible. I literally see all of that as very possible. You know, I don't necessarily see the book being thrown. I don't.
These last $2, I'm not gonna lose.
Okay, I read that wrong. He said Russell, not Sassy. Yeah, I get them confused. What's the difference? Chemistry Ipmore saying send her to jail. They doing the lock her up chants. We shall see. We shall see. But all right. We are unfortunately joined by OGJ Speed. And nigga, if you don't, oh, I'm sorry, you don't like getting called that. I apologize. I'm going to respect your pronouns. Brother, if you don't button up the top of your damn shirt, how the hell you go? I can't even hear you. Your audio messed up in your shirt unbuttoned. Who the hell you think this is?
You better be glad I was just getting ready to take my shirt off, bro. So you better be glad I did just have it down 1 or 2 buttons. Getting ready to change my clothes. How the hell are you?
You just keep buttoning up your shirt until when you start choking. That's how you know you're done. That's
I got a thick neck, so you know I try.
I know, yeah. So when you start choking. Yeah, when you start choking on them buttons, that's when you know you're done. Don't come on my shit.
But, I'm sorry. I forgot about y'all. You a younger generation, y'all don't like to see skin. But anyway, I just got one question. You get my picture?
Unfortunately, I mean, no, I'm not gonna say it. No, yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I ain't gonna mess with you on that one because I'll let you go and explain. What was you doing? You was at the
I was having a meeting with the mayor of Los Angeles, and so we was trying to discuss the homeless problem in LA. But anyway, that's what
if you would have emailed it. I would have pulled it up if you would have emailed it to me. Hold on. I might let everybody see you stunting like you do important stuff in real life.
Yeah.
I'll pull it up. I'll put it on the screen. I just got to text it to my email and then. But go ahead. What else you got to say?
Anyway, is it like Okay, let's just say it's a misdemeanor here. You have a $1,000 fine and no more than a year in jail. That's together. You don't just get to pay the fine and forget the jail time. Is it together? Is that's part of the penalty? The $5,000 fine plus a minimum of 2 years in jail?
I know the way it worked here, and you probably know the law better than me.
Yeah, I just said it. Way it works here is a $1,000 fine and plus get up to a year in jail.
I thought it was or.
No, it's not or. Not for a misdemeanor. You can be fined up to $1,000, and you can your time can be up to 1 year in jail. It's not either or. It's together. So if the judge decides, I'm sorry about that. You know that southern thing will come out.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, like some cases, the judge can say, I give you 30 days suspended sentence and $500 fine. So that means that you'll pay that $500 fine, you get a suspended sentence, unless you go out there and do something else stupid, and then you have to make up the time that she gave you 30 days. Sometimes it's time served if you've been in jail, but she's house arrest. And I wonder is house arrest paying for her hotel?
I doubt it. Well, no, if you no, I don't see. I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about that. That international, that being an international criminal is out of my realm of understanding.
Yeah, you're a local criminal. You're a local criminal.
Yeah.
I understand.
No, but I could definitely see that. If she don't gotta pay, I can't see them paying for her shit. I can't.
No, but
she's down there. She's down there paying for a hotel and stay and all of that stuff, and that's no doubt that's draining her money. If it was the $5, the pay the fine or do the time, if it was that, then yeah, she would get out that way if she ain't draining all her money having to stay down there that long. But I think if it come down to it, like, I mean, if you got to do the time, if you got to pay the fine and do the time, then why pay the fine? Do the fine take away some time?
No, I mean, that's just in any case. I mean, the fine is retribution to whatever you did or to the person or to the state, the court, and everything else, court fees and all that other stuff. So you can have it. It's a collab together. It's not one or the other. And a lot of people think that. But if you really look at it in black law, you look it up, you'll find out it's consistent with both of them could be applied to you at either time. And look, DeBry, y'all know I'm gonna say that wrong, but anyway, because that's an institution for you go get some higher learning for electronics and all that other bullshit. But they ain't losing no money, bro. I mean, really, they're not losing. And believe it or not, it won't be no simps over here who will pay for it. There'll be some rich person over there will pay for to get it. The fine, anyway.
He gonna pay that fine as long when you get free. You got to come over here and get shit on. that's what he gonna do.
No, y'all take that too far, bro. You know, y'all be taking that too far. You know, I mean, people can get shit on over here, and they're doing it very well over here. But anyway, I mean, we just got through with R. Kelly. You know, he was doing the other part. But I'm just saying, you can do that here. But I bet you there'll be someone over there will pay her fine, whatever her fine is, and I guarantee you that country is covering her hotel stay if she's under house arrest. They did the same thing to Tate, and when he was in the house arrest, whatever establishment he was staying in, they was paying for it.
All right, Mahogany want to know, OG, what kind of aura you use in your hair, looking extra crispy? I think that.
No, you know, believe it or not, I mean, my father passed away 70-some years old with all his hair. I'm never gonna have a receding hairline. Matter of fact, I had to cut my hairline in. I wanted them brothers the hair grow all over, so I'm never gonna be lacking hair. Believe it or not, I do have a formula that I use for hair, and so it's been working for me for all my life. And I'm gonna release that formula on one of my pages when we do that health thing. Whenever we get
but you got to dunk a basketball on a 9'6" rim in order to do it.
Oh yeah, we got that. I ordered up yesterday, Bernard. I ordered up. Right. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show y'all the training I'm gonna do to be able to do that at this age. So I'm gonna show you the training that I do to be able to to do that. So I know what my vertical is way before I even attempt it. So if I'm jumping on crates, 3.5 feet, from standstill, I know a 9'6" rim would be nothing for me to do.
All right, yeah, you ain't getting that 10. But, all right, here we go. Here we go. Here go the picture of OG talking to the you said the governor of LA?
No, the mayor of LA.
The mayor in LA, and then you said Ariara, you going to do something about the homeless in LA?
There you go. You've been hanging around me too long. You'll get that speech impediment.
That's I just hope you went down there mispronouncing words talking to
Bernard, I have 2 or 4 or 5, 6 different characters. I know how to wear the mask, bro. I know how to speak in general public, and I do know how to carry my. You see how they're looking at me.
I know, but sometimes no. Yeah, I know. Sometimes you can't control it.
Yeah, you can't control it. I mean, you got to understand, if I was trained by, white people with 3 teeth in their mouth, there's some words and vowels and sounds ain't going to come out right. And that's just the way it is. But not, believe it or not, even if you look at the news and the local news in the South and look at the local news in the North and stuff, you'll see the vernacular and the grammar is still different, even though they have to be trained. So I really concentrate, like when I'm speaking towards people, I really concentrate on over pronouncing words, make sure I get them out. And I try not go beyond my vocabulary. You know what I mean? I know most of y'all think of my vocabulary as 2nd grade, but it's way more than that. But I try to not exceed that so I won't make them mistakes.
Hold on, wait. OG, you said OG corrected Bernard because when I said Yara, I was imitating him. That wasn't
men's. I mean, no, men's is a word now.
In a certain context, if you say like, if it's like men's weekend, like men apostrophe S, it's their weekend, it's men's weekend. But if you're just talking about the plural of man, it's not men. And that's what you be doing.
Well, I'm gonna do that. I mean, I gotta do something to bring attention to me. If I came up here and too stiff, like I got a corn cob somewhere between my legs, then y'all would just not even pay me attention at all. So I gotta be like a headache, even with my words or calling people different names. I just been doing that ever since I've been into the YouTube street because it brings character to me. And then everybody's looking around and say, what he's gonna fuck up next? You know what I mean? So, it's just part of my personality, bro.
Oh, you said governor of the city. Oh, okay. If I said that, I probably messed up.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't want to say that, but I really did. I really didn't want it. How do you?
I messed up. I mess up like that all the time. I normally don't mispronounce words, but like when it comes to saying up when I meant to say down, or city when I meant to say state, or country when I meant to say continent. Yeah, I do that all the time. I do that all the time.
Well, don't worry about none of us can be perfect, bro. None of
Oh
us.
no,
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, you was born with a good sense of humor. You was born with height. We had to take. You really wasn't born with looks, but we'll give you a little bit of that. But but anyway, man, you have a good. I got another meeting today, so I just wanted to come up and let you and hear which was your perspective on understanding. Is it consecutive? I mean, it's a dual thing versus a separate thing. She paid the fine, and then it's all over. Or usually, what you're talking about, usually when you go in other countries, that's a street thing with police officers. They say, you just committed a crime. How much money you got? That's usually with the police. But when you're dealing with the government, that's a joint thing. It's not something separate. So you could pay and do time. But it might be they take pity on her and just give her a suspended sentence for house arrest, and it's all over. You know what I mean? But I'm telling you, it's up in that 2 to what I said the last time was 3 to 5. So we saying 2.
They said 2 years. They said up to 2 years. So
a lot of people thought it was like 30 days, 40 days. No, when you go in these countries, you're talking about years. You're not talking about just no days.
Yeah, I was thinking 3 months, but I was, thinking more, Americanized.
USA, yeah.
Yeah, but no, but somebody else who looked familiar with Dubai said what she did could be up to 3 to 5 years, and he was, he was close on the low end of what he said. So yeah, they could throw the book at her. They might. I mean, it is what it is.
Sometimes you never know. Sometimes they make an example of people, especially if they've been getting that a lot.
Here's the deal. They've all put it like they made an example out of D'Angelo Ball, who was over there for, I think, what did he do? He stole like some shades and was stuck in Russia. That was a different country, but he was stuck in Russia for like
China. He was in China.
I mean China. Yeah, he was in China for like 6 months over some shades. Brittany Griner, I don't know exactly. She didn't have a full blown bag of weed, but it was something connected.
She had a stick.
Yeah. Okay. So they made an example out of her. Like these, it's public celebrity examples being made, but niggas still think they can cut up overseas.
Right. I mean, you got to understand, like, weed is nothing for us over here, but you got to understand in China, in Japan, you could get up to 5 years by having just a joint. They don't play that stuff like that. And they love that Oprah and all that other kind of stuff. But there's certain drugs in certain different countries that you just totally out of. They look at that like you just almost murdered somebody.
Yeah.
And we got to understand that too. I mean, you thinking, well, I'm slipping in this vape pipe, nobody's know what we're doing. And see, this is what we don't understand. Technology has made the world smaller. Like, you probably could have got away with some of them inventions before we had this technology. But people catch on so fast, and they catch on what's going on in other parts of the world due to the fact that we have the technology today. So you think you're getting away because you're going to a third world country or a country that is not really up on scheme and slick shit, and then you get over there and they invented the slick shit, and now you caught up in the mess with it, So, hey, it is what it is. So, hey, I'm going to leave y'all. I just wanted to come up and just holler at you. And
all right.
I started to call you, but I just left the picture last night, so I didn't call you. So I said I wouldn't do that. So I just left the picture.
Right on. All right, cool.
All right.
Peace, OG.
Love,
Peace,
and
OG.
Always strive for the truth. Out of here.
All right. He just wanted to show off that picture. That's all that was. He just wanted to make sure I showed off the picture that he was doing something important. That's all that was. And I got OG back. I'm gonna show his picture. I'm gonna show off his picture. He got all dressed up, dressed in his best. He just wanted people. He wanted people to see it. All right. But we are joined by SKC in the building. What's going on?
Yeah, what's going on, man? OG look good. I like seeing him in situations like that. That's good stuff.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm clowning him. I'm messing with him, but no, that is genuinely good though. Out there doing stuff. But yeah,
Yeah, man. I don't know. It's been an interesting. I would say week or so, or a couple of weeks. I mean, on subject with everything that you're talking about, the whole sassy trucker thing. I think you covered a little bit about the Carlee chick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and even in various ways, the Jess hilarious lady. I didn't know anything about her, but man, black women be lying a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, a whole lot. Like the sassy trucker chick. Her mom went on national TV and propagated a lie about the government of Dubai.
Mm-hmm.
Which could get her daughter into more problems, but hey, because they're a stickler about their honor and all that stuff.
I didn't think about that. I didn't think about that at all. That could definitely trump up the charges even more than what they was planning on doing. Assuming they was planning on trumping up the charges, that could I didn't think about that.
I think that's probably. I don't know. People in the chat can let me know. I haven't been really keeping up with that lady, but I doubt that she does any social media because I know over in the UAE they track social media. So if she says or anything more crazy than that, they could probably charge her even more. So
yeah. The sassy trucker, I know. I went to her Instagram. Well, she probably got more followers somewhere else, like on TikTok or wherever. Her Instagram is kind of silent. That's the only thing I saw. Her Instagram is silent. I don't know if she's doing something anywhere else, if she on Twitter, but I think she's smart enough to keep quiet. I think that they already got a lawyer, somebody defending her, so I'm assuming that she ain't that dumb.
So, because I know over there they have a law stating that speaking against their government is against the law. So can't say too crazy. The Carlee chick, I mean, good grief. Of course we know she lied. And then her parents jumped, particularly her mom, jumped full out the window and just propagated the lie.
Do you think that the mom at the moment of, and I still haven't fully seen. Let me ask the question first. I still haven't fully seen the full video of the parents, getting interviewed. I just saw clips of it. So you're of the view that the mom 100% knew she was lying the whole time.
Yeah, man. I was out. I forget which day that was, but I was listening to Angry Man's commentary, and he convinced me, man. It was like, yeah, she knew she was lying, man. They're like, it's talking about she fought, because in the interview, the mother was stating that she fought for her life and all of those things. Not having any shoes on, but then at the same time, nothing wrong with her feet. It's like you've been running through the forest and stuff, and just obvious stuff, And I just
at the time of the mom being initially interviewed, the girl wasn't. Oh wait, the girl was found at that moment or no?
Nah, that's when she came home.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. And in that sense, I don't even need to hear that much. There's no way that she came home and you saw her and talked to her, and you can't figure out that she was lying. That this all was a hoax. Yeah. Like where's marks? Where's bruises? Where's wounds? Where's any evidence of anything that you were tied up, that you were held? Yeah. So I could agree with that. I didn't Zapruder the mom and dad video, but if I did, I probably would have caught the bullshit too. But yeah, no, I could definitely see that they knew. But legally they're in a position where it's plausible deniability, to where I don't think nothing legally can come on. Like they weren't a part of the hoax. That's what I was trying to figure out. If the mom was practically in on it from the start, I think that she just, after the fact figured out, and then, said what she could convincingly lead us to believe that she believed to be true, that her daughter was captured or caught or kidnapped or something. So it's interesting.
I just think that the parents knew. Like, come on, it's like
From the start. From the start, though.
No, I'm talking about when, as soon as she got home. Like, they're gonna check on her. They're gonna ask her all sorts of questions. It's like you as a father, I know as myself, you can tell when your children are up to some bull.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, come on, So, yeah, but then they went on and just did the interview anyway. I think that was a bad mistake on their end. They should have just stated, no, we're just not gonna.
We want our privacy. We want our privacy right now. They just hit with something like that.
Yeah. But the other thing about that I think is weird is when she put out that statement. I was listening to it while you were doing it. Why in the statement would the lawyer need to reassure everyone that she was alone? That kind of makes me kind of wonder, like, what was this chick doing for that amount of time? Like, when she was gone, why did she have to make sure that she put in the statement that everything that she did on her own? Like, that doesn't seem like that would be important. But hey, it is what it is.
Well, no, listen, again, people will go down if it's a damn near national manhunt for somebody, and you're just sitting there like with the person, then there's a national manhunt for them. You're complicit. You're harboring the, I don't know the exact legal terms, but yeah. So she has to be alone. They got to put that out there and make that clear. She was alone, like, to make sure don't nobody else go down. Because I'm assuming a cousin, somebody knew something. Somebody had to know something. But one thing I want to talk to you about, and I was plotting on doing content on it. You probably would do content on it too. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, because I got to figure out a way to, maybe clip some parts of it, record it on the TV with my phone, or just do some screenshots. But that movie,
I already got some clips.
That movie, They Cloned Tyrone, man, that was a doozy. And I know some black folks view that as like a documentary. But
before I jump in on it really quickly, there was another instance of lying that I came across that very few people seem to be covering. The B-Dub in California, who lied that she had won the $1 billion lottery. Like, why do you do that?
She just lied and said she won.
Yeah, the cameras were there, and she was acting like she had the ticket and everything, and then talking about, oh, I gotta go, and I'm like, what are you doing this? And then later they come back to her because it hasn't been claimed yet, and then she stated that she got caught in the moment, and she just wanted to be on TV. But I guess that goes down to Tommy Sotomayor attention. Like, wow.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm just now hearing this story with you, so I really don't know what that story is about. I don't know nothing about that. I just that's crazy.
Yeah, in the shorts of it, a particular store sold the $1 billion ticket. They know that the $1 billion lottery ticket came from that store. They even awarded the store with $1 million. And I guess the lady was there when the camera crew showed up, and she acted as if she was the one who had the winning ticket. Yeah,
that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. No, I don't know nothing about that one. Don't know nothing about that one. But shout out to Sir Jack Behoff in the building. Says, how do these women know their kidnappers are sex traffickers? Do they have advertising on the van? He said McGuire and McGuire and Sons sex trafficking. Yeah. Again, like I said, it was almost like a social media craze at one point where they were basically everybody was being, sex trafficked. Somebody will say, "Man, I was riding by a street in a white van with no windows, made a sharp turn and stopped, and they were trying to get me to come here, and I ran, and then they say they was trying to sex traffic. You don't know what they was trying to do. They were trying to kidnap you. They was just trying to cut you up in little pieces. You don't know what they was trying to do, but that became the trending thing, that sex trafficking. I almost got sex trafficked. It was like a trending thing 2 years ago. So I thought this was a play on that, but it really wasn't. This was some other shit, the Carlee Russell thing. But thank you for the super chat. Do appreciate that, dude. All right. Shout out to everybody supporting the stream. But all right. Anything else before you give your impromptu thoughts on They Clone Tyrone?
No. I guess on the outset, like, what did you think? Like, give me your grade of the movie first.
Okay, far as just a movie,
yeah,
I thought it was real good. I thought that I was entertained. It was funny. Had a nice plot, a nice story. I liked that John Boyega, the guy that played Finn in Star Wars, and even the chick that's playing I forgot her name, but she in the Captain Marvel movie. She was in the WandaVision, and she gonna be in the new Captain Marvel movie. So it's like they had two actors that's like known for who's known for like big budget productions. One of them playing a damn drug dealer, the other one playing a prostitute, and so it's like you can see. So in that sense, like the acting was good. Like John Boyega played the shit out of that role. If you've only seen him in Star Wars and then you see him do that, it's like he played a hood nigga real good. And he don't. That's not actually him. He don't act like that for real. So he played the role real good. I was impressed by the acting. I was impressed by the movie. It was done really well. Like it was a good movie. The only thing that's critical about it is not even nothing with the movie. It's okay, if somebody like me or you watch it and we don't actually believe that stuff's happening, but it's an entertaining movie to watch, just like you don't believe what happened, what was going on in Get Out is actually happening, but it is an entertaining movie. Like in that sense, in the Get Out sense, it was good. I liked the movie. I enjoyed it. It's the subtext of niggas actually believe that shit. Is that's weird. Okay, go ahead.
Well, taking that completely away and just on entertainment value, like what would you give it in on the 10 scale?
On the 10 scale, see, this is where it's fucked up because I grade black movies on a different scale than other movies.
No. Hey, stay true to your grading system.
On the black scale, it's really even on the on the overall scale, I damn near want to say a 7.
Yeah,
maybe more. Maybe a little more. I don't know. I'll have to watch it again to see if it really deserves an 8, but I can say 7.5. It was a good movie. I mean, it had Jamie Foxx in it. You had Oscar Academy Award winning actors like playing, it's the character Jamie Foxx was playing was I mean, he's done better acting. He's played more serious roles, but so it's almost like it was like comedy, funny Jamie Foxx, but still it was good though. It was a good, well done movie. So yeah, at least a 7.
And I will concur with you. I give it like a 6.5, 7, like in that arena.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I thought that it was pretty funny. Of course, I was laughing at some of the wrong parts, but yeah, I mean, I agree with your summation so far. I mean, I had no issue with it. Um, I when you take it away from just the entertainment value of just a movie, um, and then take it into places where I know the community is going to take it, then I can give it different commentary and all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the other part I would say is is black people in sci-fi almost always has to link it to some sort of either slavery, white supremacy, race play type of stuff.
Yep.
Almost instead of just making a great movie, it always has to. And I don't know. To
It
me, that
has to.
tells me
It has to play on our fears, though. That's what horror movies do. But in black people,
right, right. But the part about that is that kind of tells you a lot about the psyche of the community as a whole.
yes, yeah,
Like that. That's the true fear that white people are getting over on you and still to this day, and all of that type of thing and so forth. So, yeah, I don't want to go too far because I know a hood conservative may have some thoughts on it, but yeah, just as Shannon B put in the chat, my thought on the whole sci-fi, which is one of my favorite genres of books, movies, anime, the whole nine. Yeah, just make the doggone movie. Just make the entertainment.
Well, see, now I don't I disagree with you on that. I mean, it can be over the top, and if we start getting too many movies like that, that's just the same thing. Oh, here's come a white person haunting some black people for racial reasons in some kind of way. Yeah, it will get overdone, but I don't mind a horror movie that made by a particular group of people that plays on certain things in their culture. I don't.
I get that. I get that. Like, take for instance, like if it was a one-off thing, no problem at all. Like, hey, that's great. That's writing genius. This comes on the heels of what? Get Out. I haven't
Yeah,
seen
Get Out
that yet,
started
but
it.
I know
You
the.
haven't seen Get Out?
Nah, I haven't
Oh,
seen it
come
yet.
on, man. You gotta see that.
There was this other series, I forget the name of it, but the guy with the clown face on talking about what you
What
gonna
you
do.
gonna do?
Yeah,
Yeah, I finally watched that. It was good, but it was good. As a show. It was good, but it did that exact same thing. It was some. It was some. No, well, you know what was funny? I think at the end, some of that stuff wasn't possessed. It wasn't possession. It was just racism. It was like they kind of muddied the lines between, okay, this is, and the show is called Them. I think it's on Amazon Prime or something like that. It, some of it was some demonic possession or some, but them just moving in their neighborhood and the white people just being nasty to them like that was I don't think they made the point that these people are possessed. I think they were just saying that was just white racism. I'm not
and
sure.
that's what I mean. It's like you said, the horror. They connected a little bit of sci-fi in what was that? They cloned Tyrone. Again, it's the same general theme. White people out to get you. That's the fear.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yeah, I don't know. It just smacks of, this is only for this subset group of people, and that's it.
Well, I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with that. I mean, you could possibly limit yourself at the box office by doing that. You know,
Because the reason why I say that is
a reason
because
why that
horror,
went. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
the reason why I say that is because horror and sci-fi is so wide open that, good grief, you can make a lot of money and make a huge splash with it as a writer and director by creating something new, particularly for the. I don't really do the whole horror thing, but I know that it has a large following, and it's almost someone they're waiting for a new classic to emerge.
Yeah, true. And to Jordan Peele, before I go to Hood, to Jordan Peele, to his credit, he did like with what was it called? Shit. Us? Yeah, with Us, they it wasn't really a black white spin on that. It was just a regular horror movie. The main characters happened to be black. I think he's trying to do that with Nope, where it was like a sci-fi horror element to that as well. It was just a normal horror movie. The main two characters happen to be black. I think that's what Jordan Peele is trying to do, but some people are making some very specific blackety black horror sci-fi stories, and I like it. And the reason I like it is because all black people used to make is just, run of the mills, either standard hood movies or standard romantic comedy relationship, Tyler Perry type shit, So
yeah.
I like that black filmmakers are being creative in another way. So I'm with it 100%. I'm with it 100%. But it is it can help contribute to further inceptioning black people with ideas that may not be beneficial. So that there we go. That's a problem there. We go to Hood Surfer. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, all I was saying is I'm waiting for the people to start making cues from this movie like they did with Get Out and other stuff, because it's the community, they're going to make links to it, and it's going to go from fantasy to more of a reality type of thing with some people.
Man, SKC, see, you don't talk to enough black people in real life. They already doing that. Okay. I've spoken with people who looked at They Cloned Tyrone and was like, yeah, sounds about right. So yeah, no, they've already made the connection.
So let me get this right. In all of the world, of all the things that you could possibly use cloning technology for, people are gonna believe that it's necessary to clone the hood is the black. Okay,
because the reason why in the movie, I don't want to give it away, give away part of the plot of the movie, but in the movie they said it's a reason why they were cloning the drug dealers, the pimps, the prostitutes, the worst people that's fucking up the community, that's basically terrorizing the normal black people. It's a so I don't even want to give away the movie because I know some people saying that they're gonna go watch it. But yeah. I mean, look, keep in mind, it's people who honestly believe that the Kanye West we see right now is a clone. They did some images where they showed him standing next to Kim Kardashian, who is, I guess, I don't know how tall she is. Kanye West is supposedly 5'8", and then his new girlfriend is 5'9". How was Kanye 5 inches taller than her? Now they cloned a new Kanye and made him taller. They controlling Kanye. It's like, that's all out there. People believe that, So it is what it is. Like, okay, we gonna go to Hood, but the cloning niggas and controlling niggas is that's believed right now. People believe that. But go ahead, Hood.
Well, Bernard, how close is Jamie Foxx to this movie, They Clone Tyrone? Because that nigga looked different lately. I don't know if you've seen him lately. He looked like a whole new kind of nigga, like a lab constructed nigga.
Hold on. Yeah. Jamie Foxx, when he recovered from his sickness, he did look compiled a little bit, just put together like a approximation of Jamie Foxx. So, and that led to people, the people that believe that people out there getting cloned. Yeah, that gave them further evidence that they needed. Then he in a movie called They Cloned Tyrone. Hood just came back. Well, it looked like his device trying to connect. But yeah, I do want to get him on. If Hood believe in the cloning, then let's then let's go. Let's hear it. Let's hear it out. Go ahead, Hood Conservative, if you're ready. Game Changer said, y'all laughing at a stroke victim. He posted a video where he was making jokes in the video. He was joking and making his eyes go cross-eyed on purpose and having fun with it, and it wasn't like he was just sickly. He basically reposted his recovery video. I'm doing good. I'm about to be back to work. I'm about to be, so yes, it's to a point. It's to a point where jokes can be made at that video. And, some say he looked like a clone. But either way it goes,
I think people are reaching with that one. It's like, good grief, if a person is recovering from such a
SKC, listen,
such an occasion, it's like, come on.
I'm trying to tell you, SKC, they surgically extracted his melanin, SKC. That's what happened. America is going to introduce the first of its kind melanin harvesting plant, and Jamie Foxx, he got that good Hollywood melanin. So he was the first one to go. That's what happened. They harvested his melanin, SKC. You can't tell me otherwise.
You crazy.
Okay. All right. So I thought Hood was with the cloning crew that believed that the government is out here cloning folks. I thought.
Nah, cloning the Chinese been cloning people since like 1982. The new wave is melanin harvesting right now.
It's people who seriously believe that a lot of celebrities, we looking at, like Kanye is a clone. I know Zuckerberg. They did a side by side of Zuckerberg, the real Zuckerberg and the clone Zuckerberg. I forgot who else. It's quite a few people who we're looking at the clone version of them, and Jamie Foxx is the new one. He got sick, he almost died, and now the word on the internet streets is nah, he wasn't really sick. They had to take him in, and they did whatever they did. They probably killed the original and made a clone of him, and that's the clone of him that was in that video.
Somebody said melanin harvested is real.
I don't know why you laugh when I tell you these things, SKC. I don't know why you assume that I just be making stuff up to be the funny nigga on the internet. Like, I don't have better things to do with my time.
Damar Hamlin is one that they said is cloned. Like, the clone thing is real. Like, they like go to Reddit. It's various places on the internet where you can go, and they got list of everybody who's a suspected clone. So that's why I'm saying, like, this movie, They Cloned Tyrone. Like, no, a lot of black folks, that was might as well have been a damn documentary. Good movie, real good movie, but no, they out there wilding. Like I said, that movie was created they went into the mind of Dr. Johnson and produced that movie. Go ahead.
Bernard, where do you think all these new black conservatives are coming from? Do you think we just sprouted up naturally?
Oh shit! My channel get any bigger, I'm gonna be a clone. That's what they're gonna say. they gonna say somebody cloned me,
So then that if y'all want to go along with this whole clone thing, all right. So would you be fine with slaving your clone, Bernard? You living a totally different life with you, with your girl and your kids and everything. When your clone
SKC,
is
I
coming on,
see no
making you all
other
sorts of
reason.
money doing YouTube.
What else is the purpose for a clone if you're not gonna have that nigga carrying the bag?
Man, there's so many
There's
things
no
that
reason
is
for
wrong
cloning
with
other than manpower.
It's so many things that's wrong with the clone theory. I'm just like, come on, people, you can't be this dense. You can't. No. Oh man. Okay, for the people that wanna play that game. All right, just think about this: two
Oh, okay, I got
biological
one for you.
twins. Two biological twins. Do they behave, act the same?
Not exactly.
They don't even have the
very
same
close.
memories to behave the same. Their voice patterns aren't the same. Why are we playing this game? Do you know how difficult it would be to train someone else? A clone would have to be someone that has a child's mind because they haven't been on the planet and they don't have experiences that much. It's like you can't. It's like I'm gonna just stop, man. God, boy.
Yeah,
That's why you make them slaves. SKC, there's no other use for these people. I'm just ahead of the curve. You guys think I'm being a monster? No, this is what it's all heading for: an army of clone slaves. It's almost like Star Wars was trying to tell you something.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna go to. That's the reason why I popped up here. Like the Star Wars thing is the perfect example because they made the clones to serve out the stuff that they didn't want the regular person to do. You know, I guess in that universe though they kind of program the stuff in, and SKC 100%. People don't understand, like they don't want to though, because you know that requires a lot of like time and energy thinking. And
Well,
most people,
I just know that, like, you know, when you get into serious sci-fi, they give you the background of why certain things wouldn't work and would work and so forth. Like right now, I'm finishing up the 3-body problem, which I'm looking forward to when it comes out on Netflix. I think at the end of the year. But the real deep sci-fi people hate holes in theories, and the great writers they create great bridges for those holes. But clones, man, like, come on, man. That
Well,
I just had a crazy thought.
not hold on, wait, real quick, not theoretically, but in the movies, I think what they do is that they clone, they somehow give the clone the memories. That's essentially what they do. But technically right now, with any cloning technology that we have, and let's just say if it's some cloning technology out there that's even far more futuristic, if you're going to make an outright replica of, like, I just can't even imagine it ever working like that, where you're making a replica. Like, basically that's what that's what they have to do. They would have to have replicating technology, not cloning technology, replicating technology. So if they make another me and he's right here, you know, or right here, but he's me, got the same thoughts, memories, we live the same exact life, you know, my kids, he is 100% convinced they are equally his kids. Like, then at that point you replicated somebody. But cloning somebody, it's normally, you know, you normally have to grow a clone, if you understand what I'm saying. They got the same DNA as this person. He's just raised as another version of this person. And to your point, yeah, you can raise them to be exactly different, and somehow twins be having slight. I mean, every twin that I know, they have very similar personalities, but still slight differences in them. So, but go ahead, True Hype. Oh no, wait, Hood Service, you was about to jump in there and then pass my True Hype. I gotta step away for a second. Go ahead, Hood, if you're there. If not, go ahead, True Hype.
Okay, I guess I'll go a little bit.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I was thinking about follow me for a second. I'm gonna go somewhere with this. I'm gonna go somewhere with this. So transgender can't be a clone, because if you clone a trans woman, you're just gonna get some nigga. So therefore, I propose we clone Hope Giselle because I know and it don't make us clone Hope, get the original nigga out of him, and let Umar stomp that nigga out respectfully like he been wanting to do.
Damn, man. Yo, that's wild, dog. But you know, like,
I didn't hear a lot of it because he kind of borged on me.
hey, start over again, Hood.
Yeah, sorry. I was saying that, you can't clone transgenders because if you clone a trans woman, you're going to get a dude. So therefore, I propose we got to clone Hope Giselle so Umar can shoot the fair one because I know he want to whip that nigga ass, bro. I know you will never not want to whip that nigga ass. So I think we got to clone Hope Giselle just so Umar can shoot the fair one with him.
Wait, hold up. By his own words, man, that was a beautiful black queen. By his own words.
Yeah, but he got tricked, though. He got tricked. They set him up, man. They set him up. They tried to slip him a Mickey. And, I feel like Umar deserves a chance to redeem himself. That's all I'm saying. We got to get the clone out there so Umar can shoot the fair one. That way nobody could be like, you hurting transgenders or minorities or some shit.
Hey, they do the clone technology or whatever and talk about this stuff in a lot of sci-fi stuff. And one of the things is like, say, and I'm not even proposing this in the real world, but if you were going to go through that, you could basically fast track age like a clone, but then they would degrade over time, faster because material, all that good stuff. But then when you talk about like some of this transhumanism stuff, no pun intended, isn't that where we're headed to now with Neuralink, like getting the trials online, stuff like that, to where you can actually insert memories or put memories on a computer chip, basically?
I think that's how they solve the childlike mind problem. Because SKC, I think he presented the most difficult part of cloning, in my opinion, isn't the growth of the human cells. Like it seems like growing a body in and of itself isn't the thing. How do you reproduce 45 years of knowledge and behavior? Like that's the tough problem. And the only way to short-circuit that or shortcut that problem is the chip.
Well, and that's the bigger issue that I just think people are not taking account of. Heck, people are still having difficulty with understanding the mapping of the human genome and what alleles and genes affect what and all of that stuff. It's like an infinite maze that they're dealing with now. So, and that's literally information baked into biological systems. So if they can't figure that out, trying to embed clones into information into clones, that's so far beyond the realm of what science is even capable of right now, that it's fanciful to even think about. But I understand why people do it. But in real time, like, nah, that's it's ridiculous.
SKC, you can see why, right? It's like the folk tales and everything else. It's a good way not to necessarily have to take responsibility for some people's part. I'm not saying that's the case.
Yo, I just thought of something almost revolutionary. Cloning can be a weapon in the gender war. You ever see the last Jurassic Park movie they made? Like the most recent one. There was a little girl in there who was a clone, who was grown from a cell. So they raised her up from a baby, right?
Yeah.
What if they use cloning to just make people? They're not going to clone someone outright directly, but they can just artificially grow people nowadays.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, though, there are certain things that they've always been trying to isolate in the genome and in humanity anyway. And I remember Al Gore was on an interview, right after it was like maybe 3 years after he had, quote unquote, lost the election. as some would say, right? He was talking about basically getting conservatism out of like the genome, and I was like, that's a really odd thing to like go toward, right? It like, you know, your worldview, your thinking, whatever, your rationale, you're gonna try to exercise that out of humans. What could go wrong?
There was another thing real quick, Bernard, that I thought was hilarious about the whole movie. Actually, my sister, she brought it to my attention. Like we were watching it, and so we're all here within the movie room, we looking at it and drinking and having fun. And you get to that part where it's the older John Boyega, and he had like those you know, the little guys in the background that was going from white to black. and she was like, "Oh, I see what's going on here." She's like, "That's you. They got a cool on the movie. Is the evil man?"
Oh man,
is that one of those times where he laughed at the wrong thing?
Oh no, man! I was laughing at that, man, because I was like, "Yeah, that's crazy how it fed right into the mindset of basically making the idea that someone would look at the L's of the community and then say that the ultimate answer is to be white. And so that's how you fix all problems. And it falls right into the whole trope of, you know, when people say, when you bring up different issues and problems, oh, you just want to be white. You just hate yourself. So I thought that was hilarious that they made a villain like that.
yeah.
Isn't that funny?
But
That whole wanna-be white conversation or whatever, and it'd be something like real, like, you know, just like just small, right? So like I've heard people even say this to people that like to read. Imagine that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody likes to read or whatever wants to be white.
No, it actually gets so much deeper than that, and this ties back to the opening story with Just Hilarious and the trans thing. Bernard, I want to send you something. Can you let me hop down and I'm gonna dig this thing up and I'm gonna send it to your email because they're making arguments about this trans thing. Did you know Africa was always really gay before the white man showed up and forced y'all to stop having aggressive butt sex?
What?
Like that's literally
Wait, hold on. I missed that. What?
Yes, that is literally where they're going with this. Africa was always gay and queer, and then the white man showed up and was like, "You blackies got to stop all this aggressive butt sex." And then the black queer has been
why
mad
was
ever
it
since.
aggressive? Like why aggressive? Like why you throwing the word aggressive in there?
Because it's Africa.
Like I mean, maybe it could have been like, you know, normal and you know, like
I don't know if there's a such thing as normal butt sex, but if you imagine it, go for it.
Hey, there was.
I'm just trying to figure out why aggressive.
Bernard, it was a nation of Felice Johnsons, man. What are you trying to get at?
I'm gonna go dig this up off my Twitter because I saved this video. I'll be right back.
Yeah, make it quick because I was about to wrap up, but I am slightly curious about whatever that is. But.
No, please don't say. I'm gonna stop you right now because they're gonna clip you and. It's like, I'll wait on you. I'll wait on you.
He said, "I'm slightly curious," and then they're gonna show the clip next.
Yeah. So yeah, they're gonna be. I knew it, just like Kevin Samuels and all that whole thing. So you know.
Oh no. The new one, SKC is the Bussy Sphere.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty funny, man. I don't understand why people took them seriously. I mean, did you see the Hood Conservative did a stream on that, and apparently he went back to his own channel and he had like this whiteboard up and everything.
I didn't see that one.
This dude can't write. How are you taking someone seriously who has difficulty writing the alphabet. So like
SKC, who's drawing pictures, man?
All right, SKC. For I did duck in for part of when you was reviewing whatever he was doing on that board. It's apparently he was showing some stats. I think.
No, they were not stat. That's what I'm talking about. These were things that he just came up with out of his own mind.
Yeah, he
didn't make any sense at all. He didn't make any sense at all. So SK, you saw it too, True Hype?
Yeah. He actually, like, cause I popped in when I was listening in the background at work to the BGS stream, and then somebody in the chat said something about, oh, he's doing a live stream right now. So I popped in over there, and then I watched like some of it the next day or whatever, the Lucas joint, and I'm just like, wow, man, he did 8 hours. Yo, that's impressive, man. And then like all his titles now have that in there. I personally think he's grifting because like he had lost like a lot of his audience and all that stuff. So I think he's just trying to get relevance again. He's doing the old 50 Cent strategy. How to rob. Yeah, he's doing that.
Yeah, he's done a lot of rebrands and keeps switching from one position on to another. You said you found it? What'd you say, Hood Servitor?
It sounded like he said he found it.
Yeah, I thought I heard him say he found it. I'm gonna mute him real quick. Okay, well, no, he dropped it in the back. All right, let's see what's going on here.
Yeah, he was Hood was on a tangent on Twitter, like I think it was like last weekend.
Hood, is Jess hilarious in this video? That's what you meant to send me?
Yeah, start it from the beginning. Just you'll see. Okay. It's a Twitter stitch, so it starts out one way and then the other response video comes in at the second part.
Okay, cool. All right. Come on, my shit moving funny today. All right, here we go.
Real women, because we are the gatekeepers. We are the gatekeepers for periods. We the only one that fucking bleed, honey. We the only ones that can give birth.
How do we gatekeep something that we were never really included in or a part of? Because these versions of femininity and womanhood and gender, Black women were never really invited to that club. Not for real. They don't think of us when they think of those versions of femininity and womanhood, because gender is a colonial construct, not just a social one, a colonial one. And what I mean by that is these different gender expressions and sexualities and gender identities existed in Africa pre-colonialism. And I know you guys do not like to listen to that, so you don't have to listen to me, right? Because there's an article on JSTOR right now called The Deviant African Genders That Colonialism Condemned. And it says, with what the slave trade and colonialism implied, these transgressive gender performances became the target of the Inquisition. The church disseminated the message that individuals who did not conform to their idea of men and women could be a bad influence on Christian colonial society. One more modern example, I got you. Since we're talking about biology, go ahead and ask Caster Semenya and all the other Black women athletes who have had medals taken away, told that they can no longer perform in their sports because their biology, their testosterone exists outside the realms of womanhood. Don't even get me started about Black women being mad.
All right, real quick. Let me back up before you get on a tangent on something. When she said that the colonizers didn't think that lined up with Christianity, that it was, I mean, I'd look at that as, yes, it was gay people in Africa, back then, just like it was gay people in Rome, it was gay people everywhere. Like, she's trying to make it seem like, being gay is as black as okay, I can't even come up with a reference, but like that's
it is your true form.
Yeah, she's trying to make an argument that's truly who we were. We're a bunch of LGBTQ people.
Did I tell you?
It's just but that's her argument. I mean, yes, obviously it was had to be some behavior. Hell, I mean, that behavior, it was written about in the Bible. I mean, why Sodom and Gomorrah exists and all that, So it was gay shit. It's been gay shit. The gay shit always been here, but she's trying to make it seem like Africa is the home. We're the standard bearers of gayness in Mother Africa. It's like, no, I don't buy that argument. At least I haven't heard it that substantiated.
Hey, Bernard, but she's dripping this all in the language of the quote unquote gender theory talk.
Yeah,
which that didn't originate in Africa.
Well, that may be their new argument that actually Greece and Rome and all that, they got it from Africa.
Oh my God, man. Yeah, I'm like, yo, like the people that they hold up.
Wow,
Man.
the Africans taught them how to be gay. We was gay kangs.
Oh, we was queens. That's never mind. That's a whole nother context. Anyway, what is this true right here? What she said about some? I think she's saying some actual black female athletes that competed against females got their medals taken because they had too much testosterone.
That particular person, that runner that she mentioned by name, is intersex, and her hormones were out of balance, and the Olympic Committee said because it was above a certain amount, it wouldn't be fair to compete with the other women.
Okay, so she's basically lying.
What do you mean by?
Wait, hold on. Wait, what? I was going to get to that too.
I guess like you know where they have like both. It's like a genetic variance, whatever, that's super low in humanity.
Oh,
yeah.
It was running with a third leg.
No. Well, it was not available to them to know. I guess it was internal. It's not like fully developed or whatever, but it was like an internal
penis.
I don't know how that works. I'm not even pretend, but the person was intersex, and I didn't. And once I found out about that, I got up out of there because I was like wondering.
Because
I was watching.
And their balls literally hadn't dropped.
I was actually watching boxing
What if they're
and that was one of the
like ovaries?
Her balls literally had not dropped. Yeah, so they basically saying, so she's trying to take that as an attack. Hold on, wait, time out. Hold on, real quick, good. She's trying to take that and spin that as an attack on black femininity. That this person who was clearly a genetic anomaly, she's trying to basically she's trying to lump that in. That's the representative of all black women, and that's how they treat black women. It's like, no, this person was a genetic anomaly. Like,
well, I mean, you to create a straw man, you have to have a long piece of straw first, right?
Yeah. So she's basically lying on that account, saying that a woman was just stripped away just because they didn't think that they thought that she just had too much testosterone. There was more to it.
Well, she could possibly not know, and she sees this person presenting, like a woman, not understanding that it's more to that story. People do that all the time, where they just get a piece of information and they just fly off the handle with it.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's true. I mean, she's either lying or she did some bad journalism, one or the other.
And ask Caster Semenya and all the other black women athletes who have had medals taken away, told that they can no longer perform in their sports because their biology, their testosterone exists outside the realms of womanhood. Don't even get me started about black women being masculinized and told they look like men. I mean, Sierra, Meg Thee Stallion. But what is y'all's goal? Because people are dying. People are.
Nobody
she said it. Hey, Bernard, she said it. She said because it's testosterone. I didn't hear that part originally, but that was the governing body's principal thing. The amount of testosterone in her was like way too high.
Okay.
That's the reason why she couldn't compete with the other biological women. That was the main case.
Okay, but was she just a normal woman who just had higher than normal testosterone? Black people have higher than normal. I won't say higher than normal. We have more testosterone than everybody else.
I think that's the reason why she had more, because of the intersex thing.
Okay, so then it's not just it's not just a run of the mill standard. She has more. Black women have more average testosterone than other women. No, it's this person was a genetic anomaly and had some intersex. I don't want to just call her hermaphrodite, but what but yeah, that sounds like what it was.
Yeah, yeah, it's beyond. There are significant differences in testosterone between men and women. Period. And
Yeah.
anybody that's getting close to the men's thing is you're you're crossing a large river that separates the sexes.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's how
What
they
is y'all?
found out. Like my bad. Like I think that's how they found out in that's how they found out the person was intersex.
Okay.
Let's go, because people are dying. People are dying. And you want to talk about periods and uteruses and being able to have children, which, surprise, surprise, there are cis women now who don't have periods, who can't carry kids, who can't have kids. There are trans men who have periods and uteruses. So again, what is your goal? Because people are dying. Just the other day, a cis Black woman was killed because a man thought she was trans and she wasn't. Black women are 2.5 times more likely to be.
Whoa! I feel like she skipped a whole flight of stairs in that story. She said a trans woman was killed because a man thought that she was a cis woman, but she wasn't. I don't believe he just saw a woman walking, minding her own business. He thought it was a woman and found out, oh, this is a biological male, so he shot it. No, he found out the hard way that she had something hard down there. Like that's what happened. Like, tell the rest of that story.
Yeah, and there's probably other portions of that story that person was trying to dress up and fool the dude that it was a woman and some other stuff had probably taken place.
Yeah.
Hey, one of my homeboys was saying this to somebody who was talking to us one time, and he was saying that some of these people tend to be some of the messiest in society, so they put themselves in these weird, precarious positions. Definitely no pun intended. And like case in point, the Sydney, the Star or whatever, the one that like kind of did the Chingy thing. Where they pointed out that rapper Chingy and basically ruined his career, and then like 3 or 4 years ago came out and said all that was lies. I'm saying some people are going to act one way and other people are going to act completely irrationally, and a bunch of bad stuff may happen if you lie on somebody and basically ruin their livelihood. And that's all I'm going to say.
All right. So Uno says, so if what she says is true, which I don't believe, should Black people thank whites for colonization because they rooted out gayness? Understand the internal logic of your statement, but much like you, I don't accept the premise that, I accept the premise that it was gay people in Africa. The way that she's framing it is kind of faulty. That's all that's just that.
Be killed by a man. In 2020, a Black woman girl was killed every 5 to 6 hours. She was trans and she wasn't. Black women are 2.5. What is your goal? Because people are dying. Just the other day, a cis Black woman was killed because a man thought she was trans and she wasn't. Black women are 2.5 times more likely to be killed by a man. And in 2020, a Black woman girl was killed every 5 to 6 hours. And those rates are already astronomical. But guess what?
I think Dr. Tiasan Johnson, probably among other people too, but I think Dr. Tiasan Johnson did a breakdown on why that's not accurate. I think Median Man did as well. That whole stat that they keep pulling out about how often they're being killed, but by men or killed, period. That's inaccurate. But all right.
And she wasn't. Black women are 2.5 times more likely to be killed by a man. And in 2020, a Black woman girl was killed every 5 to 6 hours. And those rates are already astronomical. But guess what? Trans women of color, Black trans women, are more likely to be killed than us. So what is the goal when we're talking about gatekeeping womanhood and gatekeeping femininity? And you'll never be this, you'll never be that. What? All in a system that is designed to kill us anyways?
All right, I'm out. Okay, we got the part about the gay Africans. We can wrap it up. Yeah, I'm out. Okay.
Man, I know you about to wrap up, but hopefully in the future, I can get that show where you cover your ideas on Stephen A. Smith in Florida. I don't know if
Stephen A.
you.
Smith.
Yeah. He made this long diatribe about I guess what they were stating about the change in the curriculum in Florida about slavery and it supposedly being beneficial and all of that stuff. But yeah, I'm just curious of your mindset on that.
I'll look at his video, see what I haven't heard his take on it, but I'll check it out.
Do it again. Please. Stay off the weed. It's stay off the weed.
So fuck that guy. So fuck that guy.
Hey, there's a my bad.
No. Okay, all right. Yeah, I didn't mean to. All right, cool. All right. What was I about to say? All right, we're about to get up out of here. Shout out to everybody in the building and shout out to Machismo TV.
Welcome to Machismo TV, the ultimate destination for modern men seeking to upgrade their lifestyle. Subscribe to Machismo TV and Saul T-Balls. We stream daily from 12 midnight to 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the best male-centric content. Highlight reels without reviewing or providing any editorial bias to the content. We have done so much, with so little for so long, we are now qualified to do anything, with nothing.
All right. Shout out to everybody in the building. Appreciate each and every one of you for coming on through. And we're about to get up out of here. Special shout out to Machismo TV. Make sure you go and subscribe to Machismo TV, the best male-centric clips, show, channel, and highlight reel on the market. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we are out of here. Peace. We gone.